But as always, I want to step back for a second and just look at things from the bigger picture, because this isn't just about a burger being overpriced. I wouldn't waste my time dedicating an entire video towards something if it was that small. Again, on a cultural and societal level, it's about what fast food symbolized. It used to be the safety net, the I'm broke but I can still grab something to eat real quick option, and the dollar menu was like an unspoken promise that no matter how bad things got, you could at least scrounge up a couple of bucks for a meal. And now, that's gone. When that safety net, a cheap option that used to be a part of our lives, is ripped away, it's a bit of anxiety and dread, especially about the future, knowing that the bottom has now been raised so high that there's nowhere left to fall. Because think about it, if you can't even afford McDonald's, what's next? Gas station chips, ramen noodles? Next thing you know, a Snickers bar is gonna cost $4. Maybe it already does in some places. And that's where I think a lot of people miss the bigger picture in all this. Because fast food prices going through the roof isn't just an isolated issue. It's a perfect microcosm of how the system works nowadays. Wages stay flat, rent goes up, healthcare costs go up, obviously these food prices are going up like crazy, everything's being turned into a subscription service, and in general, even these so-called cheap options for everything rise faster and faster. It's not just inflation, it's more like extraction. It's corporations squeezing every last drop of our money out of our pockets, especially from the people who need it the most. As I said before, just the little comforts of life being stripped away one by one. And on a personal level, I'll be real with you. Obviously, I know that fast food is unhealthy, and it's much better to just buy groceries, but I've had nights where I'm busy working on a video, out late with friends, maybe just hit a quick workout, and I was just too exhausted to cook. There have been times when I just don't want to buy groceries because I don't like looking at a $200 bill on my credit card statement. And in those times I think, maybe just for today, at least I can grab a quick meal at the drive-thru for $10. But now every time I stare at those glowing menu boards, I realize it's not an option anymore. I haven't been to McDonald's in probably over half a year, just because it's too expensive. YouTube doesn't pay enough for me to be able to afford McDonald's anymore. I can't always afford to treat myself to a combo meal without it wrecking my budget. Sometimes I get my carbs and protein in by eating a cup of ramen noodles with some deli turkey, and that's my meal. $3 maybe. And I know it's not just me. Nowadays people are literally financing their groceries with like Klarna or some shit. And the truth is that when you multiply this feeling across millions of people to add on to the other problems that we already deal with, you start to really see the cracks in the system. Disaffected young men, people just quiet quitting, giving up, not just because of one big disaster, but because of 1,000 little humiliations like this.